The girl. Let her go. Oh yeah, hi everyone, I'm Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber android. Welcome to the stream. This is someone getting shot in a bridge. Oh, that was supposed to be like a cop. The girl, let her go! Shut up! Come closer, and I kill her! He said, stutteringly. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. I'm going to shoot both of you. Oh, well, someone fell in the river. But who? I'm reading through the file of an old court case. In a hospital room? It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Oh, that's an old computer. Terry Falls. Did he fall off a bridge? Kidnapping, murder, death penalty. Which you can get in Japanifornia. After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Valerie Hawthorne. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Right, that's what they mentioned when Mia was in the first trial. At the beginning of this game, okay. 6 years earlier, Mia Fey, first trial. That there was an incident like a year prior. February 16th, 9:24 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 4. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm going to die. I never should have accepted this case. Bro is carrying his fucking ball. You know what? Credit there, 073D. Eek! Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do nothing, I swear! I didn't kill nobody! Terry Falls, my first client, sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Guards, I found him! It's like, hey, who is that guy over there? Hey, Bill, does he look like that escaped guy? No, it can't be him. Why would he come to a courthouse? Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? Oh god, I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. I mean, I killed a guy, but I never lie about it. But Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Sorry. I told a little lie. Oh boy. Anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed anybody. Killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? Sorry. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago. I was tricked, I tell you. They told me they were gonna kill me. But here I am. You woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it. I didn't kill her. I could never do that. Would that woman just so happen to be, what was her name again? Diarrhea? No, it was something. Phoenix's girlfriend. I don't know. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. And about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. Did he hit her with the ball? Also, wait, hold on. Where is the other handcuff going to? Look at that, he's got a handcuff on his left wrist, but not on his right wrist. Hey, Alfarius, welcome to the stream, how you doing? He's got a handcuff on his left wrist, and his right wrist doesn't have one, but he is holding the ball, which I'm assuming is chained to his foot. So unless the chain just grows in size, it looks like the handcuffs are just hanging off his left wrist, and they're just letting him carry his ball. Huh. Yeah, I did it. She's the reason I escaped. Wait, so she let him out? So that much is true. He did meet with the victim. But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true. Shit as always. Ah, well, sorry to hear that, but hey, general thinking about that. Okay, I advise you to not do that. That would be bad. I am not a therapist. I would assume that I would say that you should probably seek out therapy. Just gonna put this out there. Maybe, perhaps, seeking counsel from the VTuber who is in a very decadent, strangely drawn suit is perhaps not the way to go. Perhaps seeking help from the authorities, such as the suicide hotline, which may only be in English and only in America, but you can try anyways. I would urge you to do that. Anyway, since I try not to do that. Anyway, I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. You're not gonna figure out the truth just by staring at the guy. I get the feeling this is, Godot, isn't it? Wow. What do you mean, wow? How am I supposed to respond to that? I'm not a therapist. But really, though, if you are... Fine, I'll try there. Good. Go to therapy. What do you... Also, wow. Man. Anyway. Why are you here? I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big, scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where is Mr. Grossberg? Also, calling women kitten? This guy might be the only guy in history who could actually get away with that. Huh. That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Oh, not good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. I didn't say, So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me? Way to give exposition, Mia. No, you got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. Talking to a VTuber is in therapy. If you can find a VTuber therapist, by all means. But I'm a clown, basically. A rodeo clown. For all intents and purposes. Hey, Nurses Brawl, welcome to the stream. How you doing? After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine. An escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it, though. Relax. Just heard some good news. They got a fresh pot of coffee coming in. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. This VTuber therapy session sucks. Have you tried... tell me on this doll where it hurts you. I think that's how therapy goes. I've never been. Genius? Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, little... It's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. That's a joke. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't pick myself as a therapist either. Yeah. A solitary confinement cell for the world's condemned must be the world's loneliest place. The condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him. But not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice... Of like this? Hey, Firewall, welcome to the stream. That's a total turn-off arrow. My cock ring sliding off. Ah shit, there goes my cock ring. You made me drop my cock ring. Welcome to the stream, Firewall, how you doing? I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. Let's see where this goes. I think they mentioned that Mia lost this case, so that's interesting. And of course, the prosecutor is... Holy shit, he... There's more than one judge? Or did he just go gray in the span of like a year? Huh. Alright. Cool. I've been Arrow Cockring. I've been doing just fine, Firewall. How you been doing? Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers? Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So, you're the new prosecutor everyone's talking about, huh? They say you joined the prosecution's office at quite an early age. That's just Canadian brother cousin. That is interesting. Japanada. At 20, Your Honor. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia, you can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. He doesn't look very milfy this trial. Doesn't look very milfy this trial, doesn't she? I mean, I think she looks milfy enough. Just more like a young mom kind of milf, you know? Before she realized she could get away with just wearing a bra and putting a coat over it. It is weird how that outfit just passed in court. But, yeah. On the day the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death. So we're here to determine if Mr. Falls is responsible for her death? You got it, kitten. Coranada. Corianida. Oh yeah, that kind of works. That works. Corianida. And then there's like... I think Chinada would also work. Or like, Wait, does that mean that below this would be Vietnam, Mexico? Huh? If that outfit passes in the news, it passes in court. You know what? That's fair. If you can dodge the news, you can dodge the court. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl who threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. Chinada or something? Yeah, Chinada, exactly. When did he die? He's not dead, which is the weird part, but yeah, he's been in death row for 5 years. I guess the reasoning is that it'll, like, make you contemplate your actions? I guess? I don't know why they would bother leaving someone in death row for 5 years when they could just, you know, kill them. Granted, this time it does sound like a faulty charge, but... Gersha. Oh, the unholy combination of Germany and Russia. A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. Man, young Edgeworth looks different. He's got like a fire in his eyes. That's just not there. Did the judge die? Oh, I think this is a different judge. It's his Chinadian cousin. A witness testimony. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. Wait a minute, wasn't Dahlia Hawthorne the girlfriend of Phoenix in the beginning of this? Perhaps. Could be important. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away? Rustra. Swedmini. Swedmini could work. Norcia. Oh, I like Norcia. That sounds like the actual, like, that would be like the fictional version of Russia. That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be exactly the victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind. To take revenge against the woman who convicted him. England. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now! Huh? Yes, yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. Wait a minute, that's not right! At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Faye. Not sure I care for your word choice, or your tone of voice. The way you dress is lovely, though. Thank you. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite! Indianapolis! The idea that it's just the same state as always, or the city... Is Indianapolis a state or a city? I know I should know this, given that, you know, I live in the United States, but it's a big place, come on. Anyway, listen, no MILF can sound this high-pitched, that's true. Should it be more like this? A little more sultry? Kind of? But then again, this is also like... How many years is this before she met Phoenix? That was like, what? I mean, she met Phoenix like a year from now in the game timeline, but like... How long is this before the first game? Is the question. When he opens his eyes, look like he has Down syndrome. Huh. United States of Kingdom. Yeah, that's about right. United States of England. The way it should have been. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Detective Richard Gumshoe. Of fucking course it is! Indianapolis is a city. There you go. Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe! Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. With the money from this trial, I'm gonna go buy a green coat, like I've always wanted. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. Can Pen. I don't believe anyone asked you... I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? No, seriously, my heart is, it's aching for you. Hoo-hoo. Well, despite the fact that I always used to make fun of most US states for being forgettable, I genuinely forgot Indiana's a state. Yeah, I guess Indiana Jones is another thing that I can remember from that, but like, yeah, I'm gonna be with you, man. I forget most of them. They do not matter. It's kind of like when a show has like a large cast of characters, and they only focus on like 5 of them. No, this is what it's going to look like before it turned green. Oh shit, that could be like extended lore. He just like, it got worn down so much it faded into a different color entirely. Dick Gumshoe, more like Dick Gumshoes for $20. Oh my god. Oh, seriously, my heart, it's aching for you. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache. I will cut your salary, you stupid bitch. Hear me out, Ohio looks like a tractor. It kinda does though, right? It's got like the little, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's got the perfect shape for a tractor, you know? Okay, I got it. Now, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir. Right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. You could say Dick's aching. Oh god. Yeah, Miss Faye, I'll have a cup of breast milk. I mean breast milk. No, I mean your breast milk. No, I mean your bazingas. The funniest part is, I could actually see something like that being said, like in a slightly more clean way in Phoenix Wright stuff, where a defendant's just like, "Hello, miss, I would like to drink from you," if you know what I mean. And then Phoenix is just like, "Oh my god." And Maya's like, "Can we send him to jail already?" Anyway. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir. I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. For starters, this is a really shitty bridge. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of that bridge. Top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at the police checkpoint until he was trying to make his getaway, sir. Is his dick called Little Dick, so would his child have Dick Jr.'s little dick? Dick Jr.'s little dick? Oh, I see. I see. Dusky Bridge map added to the court record. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. In fact, she didn't get stabbed at all. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. So in other words, nothing to tie him there. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. There was no blood on the bridge, and you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor. If you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I were some hoser. You know how in the new Total Drama Show one of the characters' arc is that she has to come to terms that Gen Z isn't all for naught? I didn't know there was a new Total Drama Show. I need to get on that. Huh. Would we have to say Dick, your dick is hanging out, or we could say little Dick is looking a bit too happy? We probably should tell him that. Oh, miss, you're gorgeous. Absolutely heart-stopping. You're gonna get clubbed over the head in the future. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you from morning tea. Trust me and get ready. See, the real question about all this is how is Armando over here gonna turn into Godot? I'm supposing Maggie with a cock ring, not a wedding ring, a very small cock ring. It's all I could afford on my salary, Maggie. Also, between Maggie and Mia, I really cannot tell you what Gumshoe's type is. I guess brunettes, but they don't seem anything alike. Summary of the incident. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. In answer was she was brutally murdered, sir. Brutally moited. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of a mountain. At the base of the mountain. My god. Okay, hold on. Here's a logic flaw for you. If no bodies get recovered from the river, why would he not just stab her, push her into the river, and then go from there? Hey, I'll drink you up, Mia, like a cup of milk tea. With the right kind of milk, if you know what I'm saying. Well, bang. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Maggie, would you accept this little dick as your spouse? She's like, what in the fuck are you talking about? Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. You keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling, it's just cold in here. I can see that. What? The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright. Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. Actually, the defendant has done this before in terms of being the defendant for a trial. So technically, you're new. And everyone else is new but the defendant. You got me there. I'll plead guilty, Your Honor, only if the defense undresses. I'm not talking about me. Well, Mr. Wright, you heard him. Strip. And then Phoenix is like, how much do I want to win this case? Gumshoe realizing 2 inches is not enough. Changes his name to Kevin. Oh yeah, little Kevin over here. Maybe you should keep your claws out. And show them what you got, kitten. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Your Honor, I would like to interrogate the defendant's pet parrot. Oh god, yeah, if there's a hole, there's a goal. Certainly. Summary of the incident. Okay, I mean, we already know who asked for the meet. I'm Mr. Falls. That's when she was brutally murdered. Okay, hold on. What's the deal with this? Mr. Falls had a car then. Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? My Discord kitten, that is. Yeah, why does he call her kitten? I realize it's supposed to be because he's hot, but like... His name is Mike Hawk. Oh, yeah. Not to be confused with the actual killer, Phil McCracken. Peter Enos, or Penis. Oh man, the actual victim, Bend Over. And Drew Peacock and Slaw Peacock. What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. Not sure how I feel about car thieves. On one hand, they're very handsome. On the other hand, no. Is this guy sure how he feels about anything? This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Yeah, that's a dead person, alright. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. Crime photo added to the court record. I feel so bad, and they all moved to Bangkok. I feel so bad for Huge Ass. It was unfortunate she met Mike. It was unfortunate she met Mike Hawk across her face. Recently there's at least one US family named Condoms. That's sad for them. There was a family name I heard about when I was younger called Sexton. How awesome would it be to say like, hey, I'm Dick Sexton. I have a lot of sexton. I have a ton of sex with my dick. Oh god, you would kill. Absolutely. The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We're talking about a woman here. Are there any naked pictures of the victim? Dick Sexton. Local porn star, Dick Sexton. Can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm. I should know. The one who pulls it out will be crowned King Arthur. Have you guys ever seen that meme where it's, it'll show a picture of, like, I think it was like a cartoon sunflower, and there were two comments on it. One guy saying, oh yeah! And then the same guy going, whoever pulls me out will be crowned King Arthur. It was like some cartoonish sunflower with like lipstick on or something, and I don't know why, that just fucking killed me. Battercon. Battercon. Oh man. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Angel Sexton. That would be a good one. Oh, Battercon, oh yeah. And his famous catchphrase, I'm Battercon. My god. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Yes, sir, a dead body. Here's a photo of the trunk. I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway, where's all the blood? Died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. Fuck. This evidence establishes that the defendant is lying, right? Fuck. On occasion with a penalty. Okay, so that wasn't it. I'll press him on it. Why not? What did the defendant have to say about this photo? What he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. God of Ultra Sex. Jesus Gun. No, I swear to God I'll never do it again. Yeah, you swear to God you'll never do it again. When you're shot with my Jesus Gun. It's a family-friendly game, Arrow. No blood. That's true. You know what? That's on me. Except for... Wasn't there, in the second trial, in the second game, where it shows that picture of, what's-her-face dressed as Maya? And she's like, she's got blood in her from when she shot the guy? I think it... Maybe I'm misremembering it. Never mind. It's all he says. Nothing? Wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. Yes, but this isn't a car stealing trial, this is a murder trial, and... Yeah, he totally stole a car. It's just what he always says, Your Honor. That he always says. Sorry. I told a little lie. Funiko Yui, or FUE. Not to be confused with her sister, Funiko Mei, or F May. Oh man, I misread that as Funko Pop for a sec. Dick Long. I still think Dick Warlock is one of the best actor names ever. No, I'm not a penis wizard, I'm a Dick Warlock. Or something like that. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Okay, I feel like... Don't see anything strange, do you? I think it's strange. For starters, why is there a bullet hole in the trunk? Fuck! Are we not gonna talk about the bullet hole in the trunk? Lisa Horny. Lisa Horny, yeah. That certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might just try to run. What do you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kinda close. Any later and Mr. Falls could have slipped right by. Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. A trap? Walk into it carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not! Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you better get some more information. If you're gonna get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. Mike Oxlong, Sexton. That could work. Dad Ho. That would be like... hi, sir, welcome to the bank. What would you, would you like to make a deposit? Hi, I'm Dat Ho. Okay. Just wanted you to know that. We too long. Captain Something Wong. We too low. Oh, fuck. What was that thing with the fake names that got that guy fired? Like, there was a thing where someone put fake names on the list of airplane crash victims. And, it was like, Captain Something Wong. And, yeah. Your Honor, how is it a hate crime if my client enjoyed it? How is it a hate crime if I love doing it? The ever-famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. On the day of the incident, an unknown person or... Alright, might as well keep pressing. This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Yes. And his co-pilot, how to fly. How to fly. Don't worry everyone, the captain is alright. Incidentally, does anyone know how to fly a plane? Airplane is a fantastic movie if you haven't seen it. I would recommend watching it. Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about a phone call with Mr. Falls. A note? Yeah, a top-secret memo that she left in a desk. Victim's note added to the court record. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. Whose bright idea was to keep that note from me? Mine. Looks like the judge is even more sure. Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's the detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. Your Honor, it was only the tip. It's not gay if I'm not. Victor Von Doom. More like Victor Von Coom. It's just that I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to. Was that a trap? That cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. So she thinks he's cute. Okay, let's press this, I guess. There's Adolf president in Africa. Oof. Oh yeah, the guy named Adolf Hitler. Wasn't he like, wasn't his name Adolf Hitler, or was that someone else? Like, I know, okay guys, I want to clarify. I know who Hitler is, obviously. But I could have sworn there was like a news report about some guy in Africa named Adolf Hitler. I'm gonna do his name sounds Von, and that was used for German for royalty, and he's Romani. Yeah? That's a little weird. Your Honor, I was just doing a little trolling. Your Honor, it was just a prank. Your Honor, it was a joke. I didn't mean anything by it. You killed 8 people. Yeah, for laughs. A bridge up in the mountains? Why meet there? Because it is a very important place to the defendant, that's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased on New Bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. A Nambian politician named after Adolf Hitler says he has no plans for world domination after winning a sweeping victory in local elections. That was it! Exactly! I knew there was another guy named Adolf Hitler. Your Honor, shut the fuck up, you weren't there. You had to be there to get it. He was chased on New Bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Ah, returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. Found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great! We even got to say, don't move! We've got you surrounded! Your Honor, my name isn't Alpharius, it's Alpha Riz. I Skibbity Riz. How much? Never mind, I don't actually know what the difference is. I've heard that gypsy is a slur, but I don't know how true that is. I don't really know. I mean, either way, I just said it, so whatever. I did not alpha jizz on anyone. I would hope not. Unless they wanted you to, at which point it'd be weirder not to at that point. Wait a second, is there something weird about that? The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. How did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Ah. If that's what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. You never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note in the desk about it. Only I had noticed it earlier. Maybe she'd still be alive. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. February 14th, 1:21 p.m. Falls, 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear a white scarf for identification. Ayo? Okay, there we go. Talk to Dahlia, tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Ah, here we go, boys. We found the contradiction. Maybe we'll use Gypsy in our conversation without anyone saying it's offensive. Okay, then yeah, that's probably fine. There we go. Witness. What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was going to say. I didn't. Talk about the scarf. This is the first time I've ever actually had to address someone like that. Gotta practice before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. In fact, I'm positive I don't. Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy? Yes. Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. I'm 28. Huh. So am I. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on. No. How old is he? 27. 27? Witness Mike Hawk, what did you do to How to 6? I learned How to 6. Come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You said there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? I'm 17, Miss Faye. Oh, God. Yeah, that's what I said. Well, then I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim. Note? It very clearly says, wear a white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I almost said yes, Mommy. He was close. He was certainly close. I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it. I like how Gumshoe doesn't even have any, like, oh! Sort of like sprites that a lot of the other witnesses have. 20 years more like those 28 incognito tabs. You really didn't want to leave a chance, huh? You really didn't want to leave him a chance, huh? Your penis was bleeding and begging you for mercy, and you beat it again and again. And I'd do it again! And then you hit the more pressure button, and then he, like, shoots himself or what? Whoa, how does that scene end? Like, he explodes? I'm gonna sleep to this. By all means, Alfarius. Well, the caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? I'm wearing the white scarf as we speak. I see the defense is a little lacking in worries, troubles, and logic. Did I just make a Star Rail reference? Huh. Oh, whatever. The scarf you were searching so desperately for, is it this one, perchance? Where did you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first, then decided to conduct my own investigation. Why? Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic. I wonder if he's got an updated autopsy report in there. Scenes ending highly depending on your choices, the androids can either give you the answers willingly or forcefully make him give you the answers. Forcefully it is. It's not exactly wide as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. So I can spend some time in the mud. No, actually that's dried blood. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. Or he takes Lily to your God's advice and off himself. 28 dick bleed wounds. My God. That would hurt. Oh boy. The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Why would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck? Very good. Please do. Did he just read my mind? Very good. Now if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively, and with hard evidence, that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. 28 ball twists. I cast tungsten sperm. Oh god. How do you know mine isn't already? Something further discussed from there. Sounds quite promising. Can't wait to hear all about it. Everything is moving at his whim. Don't forget, kitten, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. Genius, huh? Events on Dusky Bridge. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the victim wearing a scarf, sir. Why did you not tell us this ahead of time? Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Well, who took the picture then? Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim from behind and stabbed her in the back. It must have been when the scarf fell off. Where's Mommy Von Karma? That's gonna be an Ace Attorney 7. You heard it here first. And like how did I forget her name? The daughter of Von Karma. That's when she's gonna show up again. Franziska Von Karma, that's it. Franziska. Looking at this photo, I really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It's technically illegal to not present this beforehand. Yeah, I know, right? Where was this? It's about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. What? Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. You're not going to reveal who took the picture of what was very likely a murder scene? Ah, a potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. It was Dahlia, wasn't it? Natural tungsten is faintly radioactive, so it's a 0.28% chance of genital cancer. Ooh. Right, I'm not sure how that works calculation-wise, but damn, that's gotta suck, people with tungsten balls. So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. Okay, wait. Motive, possibly, but opportunity, how so? I haven't gotten tired on stream in a while. This is on me. Alright. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Tungsten sperm means you basically die. Yeah, probably. If nothing else from the pain. Aha, the truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Not again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, Okay. Benson Dusky Bridge. Okay, let's see who the witness is. Who is this eyewitness? Yep, Dahlia. Knew it. She's a college student. Female college student? That's right, meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. Come shoot. Just... I need you to work with me here, man. I don't have time for this. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. For the time being, we're not relying on the witness's statements. That is all, on account of the fact that she is annoying as fuck. Impossible. I could never die from... dying. What's that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. There are only 47 women in the world, and none went to the university. Female college student, huh? I mean, she's female and a college student, sir. If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why. Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question. Also, accidentally taken by the witness? How so? Those are wearing the scarf. He was wearing a scarf in that photo, alright. So about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way out in the mountains? She was taking photos of wild flowers, apparently. Instead, she watched a mitre bloom. 3 days till, yep, the anniversary of that. Well, whatever. Taking photos of wild flowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. Spirits? I could go for some vodka right now. Yep. Now that you mention it, this photo... this cloudy, fog-like thing. Is this a ghost? I don't believe it. I'd like to point out how ghosts are basically canon in this universe, and yet... here we are. No, Yana, no. I don't think it's a ghost. It's hard to see because his back is to the camera. Drizzling, huh? That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. Not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. They're just on edge because it's their first. It's like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp and there was even some fog. Obviously a muffler, not a scarf. You know, that's true. You shove it into a car engine and then it works. Or a tailpiece, I don't know. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something. I almost died. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim in the back and she fell down right into his stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really broody. Not New York, England, like York, England. England is in Arkansas, that is true. Dude, I don't know why, but I'm really tired. I'm gonna push through this. I'm gonna try to at least get done with this trial, but we'll see. Are you talking about seeing someone get punished, or were you the one getting punished? What does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? You're definitely from Laredo, Florida. Because you can spell arrow with that? Who knows? With his mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. So Canada does exist in this universe. What the hell? Huh. Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Gay is a city in Georgia. That's pretty funny. Bloody Dick Peak is a summit in Beaverhead County, Montana, United States. Just imagine being like getting to that peak and being like, "I bloody dick, that was hot," and then you're just like, "Hey, wait a minute." Oh, baby, the court record seems to have wet itself. Hey, watch where you spill your coffee. Court record, huh? Okay, let's try to divine an answer from all this. Shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Well, son, I met your mama visiting Bloody Dick Peak while on a business trip. Shoved her down from behind, stabbed her in the back. I don't know, it seems wrong to me. Okay. No, where's the autopsy report? There. Aww. I think we already cycled through pretty much everything. Victim fell down, he stabbed her in the back. Wait, but then wouldn't her coat be all messy? So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? That's what the witness said. Well, it looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. From what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am. The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet, too. It would explain why the scarf was all covered in mud, but something about this testimony is still bothering me. There it is. Not in the back, but not with a knife. Oh, God. Oh, wait, this was part of the thing. What do you believe in is the truth? That means somewhere there's a hidden contradiction in testimony. Hard to see what's going on. There it is, okay. Alright, I'm a little more awake now. Alright. It always takes me falling asleep just almost to get to the point where I need to wake up. Okay. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog, too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But this is the photo of the victim's body that was found in the car's trunk. Hey Kage, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Considering the conditions of the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. Naturally, the answer is right here. The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it. That's exactly what's strange. That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky Bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on their stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. How does Mia's hair work? Good question. Physics does not question Mia. The other day I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled. I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, the pride of the legal league, would be wet, but not muddy. Wait, is hockey beard a kind of beard? Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? The surface of the bridge, huh? A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Here's the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. It's gotta be the scarf, right? Oh yeah, apparently the Kato avocado is thin now. That's kind of crazy. The evidence is this scarf. Ah! It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. No. I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Oh my god. Yeah, he is. He is, yeah, slim down. Hey, same to you, buddy. Because I think the way her hair works is that she's got most of it, like, down in the back. But she's got a little bit of it that's like bangs, that's curved up the front. Wait, huh, how does that work? I didn't really notice it that much until you mentioned it. Miss Faye's dissertation makes perfect sense to me. I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at the explanation in this case, maybe, shall we? Alright. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here. I think hockey beard refers to the playoff beard, the superstition that among athletes that shaving one brings bad luck. Okay. Makes sense. You're doing pretty well for a little kitten.
Mr. Armando?
No matter what he says, the contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. Pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence. It's one of those three. I'm gonna guess it's the picture. What you said just now. I'm not sure if I like that.
That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into the court. Oh yeah, he was still doing that at this point. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Okay, yeah. Instagram reels are stuff that would never slide with TikTok users. Really? Why?
Yes. False evidence in this case is that...
No... Let's go with the body in the trunk.
If the victim really did try to repel or kill her, and if she did fall down on the bridge, then you would expect her coat to be dirty. Therefore, the body that was found in the trunk of the car was not the body of Valerie Hawthorne.
Looks like Twitter users also fuels their own bias. That's true. What do you have to say to that, Mr. Edgeworth? Objection.
You didn't even do the thing.
Not only a whisper, but he mixed it in with a sigh, too. Valerie Hawthorne was more than just a simple meter maid. She was a sergeant. There's absolutely no chance that a mistake could be about her identity could be made.
I guess he's right.
Okay. From this point on, Miss Faye, I will penalize you for making unsubstantiated accusations. Like now?
Don't do it, Mia. Don't cry until you get home.
Just gonna... In any case, such as this one... This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. We won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is.
Yes. The false evidence in this case is that...
Witness's photo? Just kill the stream. No, I'm gonna do this. I can do this.
About the photo that the prosecution claims was taken by a witness. It certainly seems to show a man in a prison uniform and a woman in a coat. However, we can't tell any more than that from the photo.
Are you saying the people in the photo may not be the victim and the defendant?
Well, that's certainly a possibility.
So perhaps it was another prisoner and policewoman. I admit, people have their quirks. Perhaps they were part of a role-playing group.
Well, I suppose that's also possible. not trying to slip fake evidence, I'm trying to slip in Miss Faye's DMs. You see, Miss Faye, I murdered this man so we could meet. You could have just called for a consultation. You messed up again, kitten. Mr. Armando! Should be something else that's even more suspicious. Now think the whole thing over again. Analyzing making unsubstantiated accusations. Oh. Yeah. It's the test. I got it wrong 3 times. It is a no-brainer, she said to me, who's gotten it wrong several times. Obviously, it's obviously the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, that's what the witness told us. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. It's not just true, it's the truth. Thank you, Armando. If there was truly a decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called him in the first place. Your Honor, the defendant requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. And you shouldn't. That would be illegal. I think. Wait, is it? I don't know. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time. What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? My mystery witness is your mom, Your Honor. She's still alive? Huh. Now let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. Does she have a name? This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Or ends here. Witness? What is your name and occupation? There she is! This bitch. They're butterflies. Everyone is so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter. I don't know why they go for her when Mia is in the same room as her. Let me double that up. I don't know why they would go for Dahlia at all. I think she looks okay, I guess, but then you got Mia and it's like, whoa! No, Your Honor, she doesn't have a name and her name is Broad. Oh, when I look at you, how could I put it? Look as scrumptious as a double in a dozen donut holes. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite. Your Honor, please don't sexually harass the witness. Hey, not so fast. I was up first. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man. Now I know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Unfortunately, yes. And hers is covered in poison. He's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Sir? Yes, my dear? This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause. I don't remember what voice I did for her, so we'll see.
Not at all. It's no trouble at all.
Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster.
Uh-huh.
I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department.
You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct?
And you were the one who took this photo? Is that accurate? Wah! How can you be so mean? Because...
Now see here, what are you doing shoving that in her face like that?
Mia did, apparently, from 30 feet away with her magic extendo arms? Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like that's something dangerous.
Next time we'll be forced to penalize you.
My god.
This is all just kangaroo court.
Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this is taken. She's staring at me. And you would be? Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey. I see. So you are...
Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best.
The witness's photograph.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then I noticed that there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment.
They started fighting before they just stood there and looked at each other?
And right after that, I called the police.
His face is just the same thing as mine, like, By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here.
I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs.
So, you took a photo from that location, huh?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Whoa, ho, ho, what a cute camera! Just like its owner. Camera added to the court record. Alright then, Miss Fay, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. Aw. Okay, so. Let's just see really quickly on the diagram. Okay, so she was on the shore, which means... this would imply he was blocking her way to the car. And that she had her back to the side with the... Now we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Yep. We still know. Alright, well, let's just badger her until we get something. Did you say wildflowers?
Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers.
But it's only February.
Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come.
Oh, I know just how you feel. It's just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. I just couldn't wait till I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard until mine grew in properly. Would you mind if we got back to the facts of the case, Your Honor?
Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting.
Oh wait, yeah.
Was there anything strange about the two of them? I'm a bad girl. I know I am. It looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there. So I decided to watch them, like some kind of peeping Tom.
No, not at all. Everyone's like that. I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place.
Too much info, Your Honor. In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them. Especially dressed as they were. Well, anyways, I was watching them very closely. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? Huh? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that? Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said. I would never eavesdrop. Now I know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Yeah. Oh, I can't tell if this is a Wi-Fi issue or if it's just you keep typing the same thing. Oh my god. I would never eavesdrop. I got more class than that. That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police. Terry Falls isn't the criminal. And there must be something strange in that girl's testimony. Be careful, kitten. That girl's the judge wrapped right around her little finger. You won't have a tough time poking holes in the testimony of hers. You're going to have to come up with something really good, Mia. Just to make sure. Please do press her on everything. Okay. I think I already did that. Didn't I? Why did you take a photo? Well, the two of them were really going at it. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. Okay, so I missed this one, yeah. I guess that part of me just kind of took over. God, it almost sounded like you said you really need to come up with something fast. Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine if there was a lawyer in Phoenix, right? Like the universe, where they were just cat themed and they just had like the cat ears on and they were always like, oh my god, Nya, you're Anya. I need to present my evidence. And the honest is like, the judge is just like, oh, well, you are quite a looker. I'll allow it. And Phoenix is like, what the fuck is happening? I guess that part of me just kind of took over. Sounds like a lie to me. Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. That'll be my grandson too, probably, but anyway. You wanted to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this. Thank you, Judge Seinfeld. That'd be the most popular character in the franchise. Yeah, right after the clown. You know, the busty clown that's not actually, like... you get what I mean. All I could do was use my camera, so I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. You called the police? You narc? Yes, because it looked to me like the murderer was going to try to escape. We were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's note, we had already started our operation. That was certainly tough luck for the criminal, huh? Yeah, I think I already pressed her on this. Anything strange about the two of them? Yeah, I already did this part. And they started fighting. Now we all know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Of course we are well aware of whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Gee, Archibald, do you think the milkshake does or does not bring all the boys to the yard? Now we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Okay, thanks, good to know. Do you have any idea what they were fighting about? Oh yeah, this is the eavesdropping thing. Shows the crucial moment, but you didn't. Yeah, I was gonna say. Witness? When you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see is this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting the fight. Normally that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that? Well, you see... The photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. Ow! My apologies, young lady. Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he? I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean. You rented a film? This photo was the last one. What? Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself, playing among the wildflowers. The witness herself? Then who took the photos? Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. So you took photos of yourself? I remember taking some photos of myself once too. Judge, just shut up. Please, no details. It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. How much porn were you shooting, lady? Look, flower fetishists need a lot of stuff, alright? They're not a very catered to audience. Wait, just wait a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, huh? Miss Foster, perhaps then you couldn't tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. And me is like, get a load of this fucking douchebag. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet. I'm only into Phoenix Wright. My apologies. It is funny though how no feminine wiles seem to work on Edgeworth. None at all. He's too dedicated to the bit. Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. So your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed? Yes, Mr. Judge. Boy, this guy really is a sucker for sweet talk. Looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Stop calling me kitten. Yeah, it's sickening. And the fact that you keep calling me a kitten is also sickening. Here's the wildflowers. Notice the people were standing on the bridge, and they just started fighting. Victim turned around and tried to run away, but what? Only the men that I can dominate in court and in bed. So that's why he's not in the Phoenix then, because Phoenix has always beaten Edgeworth. The victim, why do you think she tried to run away? With her police training, she certainly knew better than to turn her back on a criminal. This was a large, powerful man with a knife. If it had been a quaggy woman like you, I'm sure she would have acted differently. What does quaggy mean? Quaggy? Why, you? What the fuck is quaggy? Like Zoink Scoob. That girl's really angry. Ruh-roh, she's quaggy at us. Or crabby or what, I don't fucking know. Oh, Zoink Scoob. We're really screwed this time. If it had been me, I probably would have jumped into the river, and you would have died. Probably. There's still something wrong with this testimony. She only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. I'm pretty sure this is what's wrong with the testimony. I already saved recently, so... Quaggy. marshy or boggy, flabby or soft. Hey, look. Flabby women can be pretty good. Just gonna put that one out there. That is not nearly the problem here. Yeah, imagine calling someone a boggy woman. You belong in a bog. Like D. Remember that one episode of Always Sunny where D was trapped in a bog? That was a weird one. Anyway. Witness? Witness, your testimony is a joke. What? But I just... Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry. One short testimony and 2 bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. You say there were 2 contradictions? 2? He's calling me his breast quaggy. Again, not the problem there. Quaggy. They picked out a really weird word for this. The localization team did their job. It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the 2 of them were in the middle of this bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then... You would have hit a dead end! You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have even run 5. Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side. Wah! Wah! Buffet. What does this all mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. Okay, I do not know how baggy her titties are, so I suppose we test it out for ourselves. Agreed, but we'll save that for a later day. Namely for the fact that this is a different trial about murder and not, boobage. Anyway. That's all there is to it. This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court? Dude, keep it in your pants. I say having just talked about boobs. Chill. Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion. What do you mean? There's one major mistake in this diagram. Oh god, they were backwards, weren't they? What are you referring to? It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. So you're saying... I'm saying that even though the bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove the bridge was broken during the incident. That's ridiculous! You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. That guy's good. Huh? What do you mean? He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy. What? That coward! Well, Miss Faye, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation. I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself. No, it wasn't your fault at all! Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. Alright, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony? But it's so hard to go on. We're all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry, just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Running from the crime. Alright. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. It was really hot, actually. Well, I guess we know his milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. I guess we really discovered that. Yeah, that's true. That's weird. I never heard that before. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on the top of the bridge. No, he could have pushed her into the river. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up, like a milkshake that brings all the boys to the yard. Which I guess now we know whose does it.
If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make really great mocha latte.
This trial isn't over yet.
That's what I like to hear. Alright, Miss Faye, you may your cross-examination if you please.
The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack.
Running from the crime.
I feel as though that's not entirely true.
Should I show her my attorney's badge?
I feel like I know what the right answer to this is, but I don't have the evidence for it. You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself? Yes.
Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult.
Yes, but let's remember they were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse. Is it even possible for him to have carried a dead body on a bridge like that? Eagle River, I know, right? That's the thing. They could have pushed the body into the Eagle River. But they didn't, which is the question that I now have. But the thing is, I don't think I have any evidence that shows specifically that Eagle River is a place where they hide bodies. Why is it called Eagle River? There are eagles there, I guess. I don't know.
Well, the matter of the fact is that he did.
That kind of talk is just silly. Wow, why did he get so emotional all of a sudden?
Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us.
He could have pushed it off. Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it? Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there. But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct? There's also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know, those monks. They just love cold, isolated places.
I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes.
Carried her over to the car. You personally witnessed that? Yes. Did anything strange happen when he did that? Well, I don't know if you'd call it strange or not, but that's when the victim's scarf fell off.
You mean this scarf? Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem.
Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge? Actually, maybe she
Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she'd fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense.
Your Honor, strike it from the record that I knew whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Very well.
I guess now we find out whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy.
If you don't mind, I was asking the witness.
No need to be so rude. Well, young lady?
Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could.
One step too slow. And then what did the defendant do after that?
And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body? Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face...
So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face?
Well, they were far away, and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw.
Excellent. You're a remarkably honest young woman.
Something about this testimony is bothering me, but what?
Hey, kitten. You ever put salt in your coffee?
No. Why would I?
Why not? Huh? It may actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? Listen, the point is that if you're not sure, you may as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something. Like a piece of evidence.
He's right, Mia. Go present something. You have nothing to lose. I have a lot to lose. What are you talking about?
By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. You don't go well, after all. God damn it, Armando.
Carried her over to the car. How is he gonna do that with a bowling ball that he's also carrying? The ball and chain. Wait, no, I didn't mean to press that button. But he's already carrying the ball. I'm gonna save. I don't know what the right answer is gonna be. Actually, let's go to the only way to make the body stay hidden. I'm pretty sure Eagle River is... There we go. Killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. I've killed several people. However, the idea of moving a body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found.
Well, what is it?
Take another look at the map of the area, and you'll see how. Take another look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Oh, someone carry 2 balls, Arrow. Yeah, but do you carry it in your hand? Well, this is like that episode of South Park where they can just, like, bounce up and down on them. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river.
For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
Ah! In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at that same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water.
Order! 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 I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye. I must admit that it does seem odd to not have thrown the body in the river. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? Current of freedom.
It certainly frees you from the confines of life, but
how sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself.
And share the video evidence of it when she does.
After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature.
What are you talking about?
My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all.
But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous!
Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again.
Who's he talking about?
Oh, Mia, yeah.
Alright, I'll do my best. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body there. Wait, hold on a minute. Okay. Why would he break into the trunk if he already had the stolen car? What did the man do then? Well, naturally he got into the car and was about to flee.
Called you a Karen, Mia.
If there wasn't a modern day Ace Attorney game and they had to pick names for the characters, there would absolutely be a Karen character, wouldn't there? I do feel bad though saying using Karen as an insult, because it's like, I've met like 3 or 4 people named Karen and all of them have been incredibly nice to me. So it's kind of like, oh, I want to make the joke, but it would feel weird because, whatever. That's when I came to my senses. I said to myself, you have to call the police. And so that's when you called the police. Oh my god, she called the police. You're sure that's when you saw that with your own eyes? No, I borrowed them. Yes, I'm 100% certain. You couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. I suppose. Oh, yeah, alright, we already did this one. Karen manager. Manager? I barely know her. Broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body there. This is consistent with what we know. Then why also is there not any blood in the car? Well, shit, I don't think I have anything. Actually, wait. Why does her coat here have 2 more buttons than the one here? Too bad I can't present 2 pieces of evidence. Alright, Man, do then. Okay. Like, maybe I present this? Nope. Alright. Fuck. Let's see. Fuck. It's bothering me, but what? Okay, back to the salt in the coffee thing. Yeah. If we picked her up in her... Did I could have sworn I already did this one. Didn't fall down on the bridge. Yeah, we already... Okay, this is that one. Yeah, there's that. Open into the trunk of the stolen car, hid the body there. And leave it on top of the bridge. I don't know what I'm missing here. Quickly picked her up in his arms. We already know that... Alright, so this is consistent with it. Fuck. Yeah, because there's the bullet hole up there. He broke into the car. Come on, it's gotta be somewhere. Oh wait, this could be it, because he's carrying a chain ball. Okay. Hold on. Just to... why not? Fuck! Carried her over to the car, but how did he do that when he was carrying a ball? Fuck! Good question, me. Unfortunately, this isn't a real court. Killer. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Missing the milkshake. You know what? That's true. Unfortunately, leave the body on top of the bridge. I know the camera's gonna have to factor into something here, but I don't know what. Has a timer function. I really thought this would cinch it, because he's got the ball right there. It would be hard to carry her while doing all that. Photo of the trunk of Falls' car. And this wasn't it. What am I missing? Okay, so that's where the car is, right? That's where that went. All the way to the car. Huh. Maybe the diagram has something to do with it again. Stabbed with a knife in the back, died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. He witnessed in the case 5 years ago. Melissa Foster. I don't think these are gonna do it. Fuck. One of these has to work. It is literally impossible for it to not be that way. Unless I'm supposed to fail, which I don't know. Well, I mean, I know Mia doesn't, like, win this trial, but... These materials written by the victim. February 14th at 1:21 p.m. She was killed on Valentine's Day, huh? Come on, I've got to know this! Taken by the witness. I already pressed her on pretty much everything. Well, shit. As a timer function, yep. That doesn't do anything for now. Maybe it was supposed to fail. I mean, I guess I could try that. Blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. Quickly picked her up in his arms. And it would have to be, like, immediate. But then he would have had to drop the ball. Come on, there's gotta be something here. Let's press her on this again. Yeah, we already know she didn't fall down because Clothes would have been dirty. Fuck it, badge. Honestly, at this point, might as well. That has actually worked before, theoretically, so... Well, that's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. Nor is there any need to make for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. The court finds the defendant, Terry Falls, guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. See, I know I failed there, but I don't think Mia was supposed to actually pass this trial to begin with. Really, what the hell's the answer here? Trunk of the stolen car. But why would he need to break into the trunk if he already stole the car? Camera? I don't know. Screw it, badge. Somehow I don't think that's gonna work this time. Gave from custody 2 days ago. Aw. She looks nothing like her sister. Then he carried her over to the car. Actually, what was she doing taking pictures as a literature student? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Could be a hobby, could be a hobby. Carried her over to the car. Nope. Guys, we're gonna be time looping for this one. Picked her up in his arms. Yeah, but... broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. We got that. Yeah. But then why is there no blood in the car? Out on Dusky Bridge. And she already said the scarf fell off while walking over. Wait, but then wouldn't... Where's her hat? Just look it up. I would look it up, but I feel like I shouldn't have to. There it is. Well, Miss Foster, looks like you've done it this time. Done what? Made a crucial mistake. Again. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes? Yes, and? It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from is... Oh! Shit. That makes sense. You see what I mean? It would have been more helpful if they showed where everyone was on the chart! Like, in the evidence. This outcropping of rocks is directly in the way. Ah. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car. I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rocks. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine. I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I don't jive with that. She just starts using a bunch of slang that doesn't have any place in the lexicon anymore. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. Oh, because there's the cliff face right there. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Ah! Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff, but you still claim to have been able to see the killer's car. No! Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo? What year is it? Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. You must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. Then how did she know about the trunk? But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh. Mr. Judge? What is it? I think I must have remembered things wrong. Hey, wait a minute! You can't just say that! Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Except me. Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. What? That's not fair. Huh. Save the tears for later, kitten. Mr. Armando? Look back until the trial's over. Now's the time to go forward. But that wasn't fair. Okay, kitten, you need to relax. And you need to remember. The other kitten's testimony. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk? Aha! Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. I like how he says this side of the courtroom as if it's like the jury sits on a side depending on who they think is the killer. Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it. What? Let me see that photo. I've been saying that the whole goddamn time. 2 Discord kittens? Yeah. All women are kittens, and I am but a humble ball of yarn. It's true. These certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied? Judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. She just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Doesn't work. Melissa Foster. It looks like you finally betrayed yourself. What? You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? It's certainly having characters blink and move their lips when talking in such a great detail. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Finally! I finally got her! I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... She put the corpse in herself. Let's do this. I probably should save here, but I'm confident. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes? What is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. Makes looking at the same 4 to 5 sprites over and over less repetitive. Most VNs don't do that. Yeah, it is a very nice little touch of quality to it, you know? It feels like a higher production value VN because of that. Same thing with, like, I kind of like that the game doesn't do the, like, the live 2D thing of just having them, like, sway back and forth, because I feel like it makes more sense for them to just kind of stand more or less still, you know? The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it? That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison garb. He's the one that... I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open. Exactly! That's what I was saying! But he stole the car. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Which means that the key would have still been in the ignition. Oh, I see. Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls who put the body in the trunk. No! Preposterous to even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. It's the timer! I barely know her! On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may or may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Which is very ironic, since Ace Attorney had a very small budget and even lower dev team. Like I said, they just had people there working without the shout voice lines. Yeah, that's kind of incredible, honestly. How that kind of shook out. I guess it was just one of those things where it's like, well, this is a pretty small thing we can do to make the game look a little higher quality. So hey, why not add a random blink function or whatever? Every 2 seconds or so. I don't know. Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it. Even a mini tripod. He has no idea what that is. Why, it's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture. What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred that Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field. Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? Hold on. Just to really drive it home. And answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well then, please answer the question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? Naturally, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order! Order! Miss Faye, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine! Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne. That's the moida scene. The moida scene. What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Oh, he's going to once Phoenix takes the stand in a few years. Or rather, takes the court. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo? It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on that bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? AKA Dahlia Hawthorne, AKA, yeah. Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne. But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the one whose testimony helped get him convicted. But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't even remember what she looked like anymore. He's only seen the front wall of a cell while someone had him hold their pockets for the last 5 years. Oh god. Why did I say that? You're just making this up as you go. Where's your proof? I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. Did he? Do I have this? Things about Edgeworth's outfit. It's very similar to Von Karma's, and Edgeworth has this exact suit framed in his office. I remember seeing this before. Yeah, I remember seeing it on the wall that he had that. Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. Oh, right, this one! He told her to wear a white scarf. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? No! Holy shit, she evaporated. Or fainted, probably, but, you know. Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. And the question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit. Well, we'll have to wait for Mr. Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor. Understood. Very well, this court is in recess. Be continued. I will do this next time. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber android. The only eye the defendant has seen in his years is his cellmate's brown eye. Yup. If he's lucky, sometimes it's his brown eye. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber android. My next stream will probably be on Tuesday this week, but don't hold me to that. The schedule will come up tomorrow on my channel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see it. Have a lovely morning, day, or evening. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed.